on to the fourth and the very last question, which is how did you interrogate technologies, software, hardware in this project? So, starting out with the hardware thing, well, my gear and my equipment that I used in the making of this film was a tripod, a selfie stick, and a cell phone, which I shot the film on, iPhone 12 Pro. I shot my film on 60 fps as I wanted every single frame to be really clear and catch every single detail as much as possible, because I wanted my film to look extremely crispy as well as capture all the details of every single film. As if the character is angry, it should capture all the details of his face, like his facial expressions and everything, from even one single wrinkle on his forehead to his eyes in full of anger. I wanted to capture all of that. And apart from this, I wanted my film to be clear when editing. Film is in low frame rate, such as 30 fps, 30 frames per second. If I'm gonna take a film scene, I'm gonna put it in slow motion, it's gonna be blurry, a lot of interruption. I could have also used a professional DSLR camera, but the reason why I didn't use it was it's really hard to handle in low angles, and I was also gonna need a professional tripod for the DSLR, which I didn't really had one, so I prefer shooting on a mobile phone rather than on a professional DSLR. First, taking the top-down shots and those angle shots, as camera is really heavy compared to a cell phone. Cell phone is just lightweight, and this is also one of the reason why I use a cell phone rather than a camera. So moving on to the software part, the editing software that I used was CapCut. The reason behind using CapCut was that it's a really handy software. It's really easy to use. That thing available on both cell phones, iOS, and as well as on Windows. So what I did was I used both. Edited my footage on Windows, my laptop, and sometimes I use my cell phone to edit the videos depending on the situation where I am. There are a lot of templates available on CapCut which can really help you a lot in editing your footage. Really enjoying editing my footage because it was really hard. I could see my hard work come into like a perfect form, and I was really happy to see that. Here are the examples of the clips that I watched on YouTube. These are the clips, and I used YouTube to search these.